I was walking down our old Main Street. Rain was shining on the stone. Every window held a little light, but I still felt all alone.
Then I heard a horn soft in the dark, like a voice I used to know. Saw your headlights through the raindrops, painting silver on the road.
All at once the years fell open, like a record spinning slow. Every night we spent together came back in that amber glow. Ooh. Under the dashboard glow, where the raindrops race and the wipers move slow. When the city turns to rivers, down the glass and through the chrome, I still feel your hand beside me, like it did so long ago. Every road leads back to you under the dashboard glow.
I'd been driving by the riverside just to see the water shine. Radio was humming low and sweet, like those corner diner times.
Then I saw you with your folded coat and your hair a little damp, standing just beneath the street light, like a picture from a stamp.
I pulled over, heart was pounding, didn't know which way to go. But your smile cut through the thunder, like that first long time ago. Under the dashboard glow, as you slid inside and your cheeks were still cold,
With the raindrops on your lashes
and the night wrapped round the road,
I could hear our younger footsteps in the songs the radio chose. Every mile felt made for two under the dashboard glow. We drove down along the riverside,
past the trees that learned our names,
all the street lights blurred like fireflies.
while the past and present change.
You said time has been a stranger,
I said I still know your eyes,
and the dash lit up our faces like a soft and sweet sunrise. Years can turn us into photographs, faded edges bending slow.
but some colors keep on shining.
In a way they only know. If tomorrow tries to move us on, I'll still carry what we've known. Every heartbeat finds its rhythm when we're here, just us alone. Under the dashboard glow, let the city storm and the river still flow. We can park beneath the willow, let the night wind softly blow. If we never find the language for the love we've come to show, let the silence say it for us under the dashboard glow. Yes, the years can roll away, but there's one place I still know, where my heart comes home to you, under the dashboard glow. Under the dashboard glow. Under the dashboard glow.
Sha summer fair, cotton candy colors hanging in the air. You were standing by the horses painted gold, with a ticket in your fingers and your smile so bold. There was music from the jukebox by the stand, old love songs playing while you reached for my hand. All the midway faded, every sound grew still when you pulled me close under the Ferris wheel. And the world spun slow high above the town, tiny lights like stars looking down. You whispered low, stay here for a while, and I fell forever in that quiet smile. Under the Ferris wheel, that's where my heart learned how love can feel. Round and round with the night so real, you and I beneath the turning steel. Every time our memories spin, I'm under the Ferris wheel again. Later on we walk beside the sea, shoes in our hands and the waves at our feet. You drew a little heart in the shining sand, then you wrote my name beside your own name in your hand. We were talking about a small white house with a little front porch and the lights turned down. You said, darling, when the day is through, I'll come home to that porch light and you. And the wind sang soft like a distant song as the tide kept time all night long. You held me close in the ocean breeze, and I heard the fairground in the rustling trees. Under the Ferris wheel, that's where my heart learned how love can feel. Round and round with the night so real, you and I beneath the turning steel. Every time our memories spin, I'm under the Ferris wheel again. Now the summer fairs have come and gone, but the porch light glows when the day is done. There's a kettle on the stove and your coat by the chair, and a soft little song hanging warm in the air when you kiss my cheek at the kitchen door. I'm that girl in the midway once more. Though the colors fade and the years all roll, you still turn my heart like that first ride's glow. Let the midway fade into the night. We still have our little circle of light. Every laugh line written on your face is a carousel I never wanna chase. When the world feels big and hard to feel, I close my eyes and there's the Ferris wheel. Under the Ferris wheel, I still can taste how the stars were real. Hand in hand as the night would heal every old heartbreak we used to feel. Now when I say our love is real, I'm back under the Ferris wheel. Soft lights turning in the summer sky. You and I under the Ferris wheel.
Every word you sang still whispers my name. Alright, I walk these rainy sidewalks with your letter in my hand. Streetlights making halos on the shining pavement land. People rush around me, but I move in my own time, reading every line of you between the drops that slide. I stop beside the window of the little corner cafe where we used to trace our names in fog and laugh the night away. Your handwriting on paper feels like you're still here. Every curve and every word brings your voice to my ear. When the thunder rolls so low and the city moves in black and gold, I unfold your pages one by one till the storm inside my heart is nearly done. These letters in the rain are how I hold you close again. Every gentle line says that you are mine across the miles, across the pain. These letters in the rain turn every teardrop into your name. Till you're back one day, I'll keep you this way. In these letters, in these letters in the rain. Sometimes I drive alone at night just to feel you near. Car radio is playing all those songs you love to hear. Dashboard glows a softer gold than any city light, and I pretend you're by my side, humming low all night. At every red light waiting, I take out your photograph, the one we took that Sunday when we couldn't stop our laugh. I see your eyes and suddenly the distance falls. Your picture leans against my heart like you're here after all. Every chorus on the air sounds like you're still standing there, singing softly, darling, don't you cry, while the wipers chase the raindrops from the sky. These letters in the rain are how I hold you close again. Every gentle line says that you are mine across the miles, across the pain. These letters in the rain turn every teardrop into your name. Till you're back one day, I'll keep you this way. In these letters, in these letters in the rain. Oh, they say that time will heal a heart and make the waiting small, but I have counted every day and I still feel them all. Yet every postmark proves to me you're finding your way home. Each stamp a tiny promise I won't always be alone. I press your folded pages to my chest before I sleep. I dream of us together and the vows we're gonna keep. Morning finds me standing at the window once again, watching clouds roll over town and pen of your pen. One day that last long letter's gonna say you're on your way. You'll step out from the station in the soft light of the day. We'll find that little cafe in the corner where we sat, and I'll read the words, I'm yours for good. Imagine that rain can fall forever, but it can't wash you away, 'cause every drop that hits my hand spells out your name. These letters in the rain have kept our love so warm and plain. Every stormy night, you're my guiding light. And every word you chose to send, these letters in the rain have turned my waiting into refrain. When you're finally here, I'll hold you so near. We won't need letters ever again, but I'll always keep these letters in the rain. Till you're in my arms, I'll read you in the rain.
Slow, I still see us by that cafe window, raindrops tracing silver lines outside. You stirred sugar in a chipped white cup, smiled at me and caught my nervous eyes. People hurried past with collars turned up, but the world grew quiet when you said my name. Steam and laughed, a little corner table full of coffee cups and rain. I was so afraid to let you see every hope and little doubt in me, but your gentle hand just stayed the same in coffee cups and rain. Coffee cups and rain, my darling, talking till the night grew thin. Every tiny drop upon that window felt like we were letting love begin. Now the years have drawn their lines around our yesterdays, but my heart still goes right back to where it all became. You and me forever in coffee cups and rain. Now it's just us in the kitchen light glowing, clock hands whisper somewhere after 2. You pour water in the old tin kettle, I pull up a chair and sit close to you. Radio low on the far side counter, soft song humming like it knows our name. You reach over, brush my tired shoulder full of coffee cups and rain. We don't need a crowd or fancy scenes, just the quiet corners of our dreams. In the clink of spoons and window pane, there's coffee cups and rain. Coffee cups and rain, my darling, talking till the night grows thin. Every tiny drop upon that window feels like we're beginning once again. When the world outside is rushing down its busy lanes, I just hear your voice and find my calm the same old way. You and me forever in coffee cups and rain. Sometimes we drive with the car lights floating down a road that only we two know. Dashboard shining on your gentle profile, like a little movie in its glow. You take my hand at the crimson signal say we've come so far and still remain. And my heart fills up with every evening full of coffee cups and rain. We've had storms and summer skies of blue, days of distance, nights I clung to you. But every time the sky turns gray upon the window frame, I remember who we are and softly say your name. All the grandest dreams could never quite explain how love lives on in simple things like coffee cups and rain. Coffee cups and rain, my darling, glowing in the kitchen light. Every little laugh and quiet story keeps our hearts together through the night. When the years feel heavy and the days all look the same, one warm hand in mine can make me feel a girl again. You and me forever in coffee cups and rain. You and me forever in coffee cups and rain. Coffee cups and rain. Street lights fade and morning starts again, but I still taste coffee cups and rain. The summer air was humming soft and low. The midway lights were starting up to glow. You met me by the painted carousel with cotton candy clouds of sugar smell. The tinny speakers played a gentle tune as twilight brushed the corners of the moon. You took my hand and said, let's ride up high. We climbed into that chair that kissed the sky. Your laughter floated in the evening air, a melody that lingered everywhere. The world grew small, just you and me above. The Ferris wheel began to sing of love. Ferris wheel serenade, spinning slow while the night was made. Every light in the sky seemed to softly fade, till it's only our Ferris wheel serenade. Holding tight, unafraid, as the wind through your hair gently played. In my heart from that moment the music stayed, living on in our Ferris wheel serenade. We wandered down beside the quiet stream, where dusk was holding on to one last gleam. You skipped a pebble just to make a ring, and smiled at all the little waves it bring. We talked of summers we had yet to see, of borrowed time and borrowed company. I felt the night lean close around your face, as if it knew it found its favorite place. The crickets kept a gentle, steady time. Your fingertips slid softly into mine. The river carried every word we'd say, like verses drifting slowly far away. Ferris wheel serenade, spinning slow while the night was made. Every light in the sky seemed to softly fade, till it's only our Ferris wheel serenade. Holding tight, unafraid, as the wind through gently played in my heart. From that moment the music stayed, living on in our Ferris wheel serenade. We drove back home beneath the starry glow. The car radio was playing soft and low. Your sleepy head was resting near my arm. The dashboard light a little golden charm. We sang along to songs we barely knew, but every line kept folding into you. And when we stopped beneath your porch light's shine, the whole wide night was hanging on that line. Maybe years will turn our hair to gray, and summer fairs will slowly fade away. But when the evening breezes call your name, I'll hear that wheel go turning just the same. For every road that led us where we've been comes back to where that night first pulled us in. One simple ride, one song the moonlight played, forever called our Ferris wheel serenade. Ferris wheel serenade. Through the years love has never strayed. Every kiss, every smile that we've gently traded still rings with our Ferris wheel serenade. Holding tight, unafraid in your arms, all my doubts have stayed. When the world feels too heavy or too delayed, lift me up in our Ferris wheel serenade. The summer air still hums soft and low. Whenever I'm with you, the lights still glow.
Neon on the sidewalk, shining through the rain.
I see your shadow moving, calling out my name.
And suddenly this old town feels brand new tonight.
I still remember, suitcase in your hand, the platform clock, the silver rails, the whistle of the train.
You tried to smile so I wouldn't see you cry, but raindrops on your lashes gave the secret in your eye. I watched you waving through the smoky morning light, clutching my umbrella like a promise held too tight.
The echo of that goodbye stayed inside my chest,
Like a record stuck but playing only, please come back.
all those seasons turned and turned, still our hearts would twist and burn. Every song on late night shows kept on whispering what we know. Back at the jukebox, hear our favorite tune, spinning all the memories in this faded room. Under the soft glow, you pull me close once more, like we never said goodbye at that station door. Back at the jukebox, look at where we are, you and I together, like a wishing star. If the night just keeps on turning, I'll be in your arms. Back at the jukebox, safe in your arms.
Safe in your arms.
Back at the jukebox.
I moved on the best I could, or so I'd say. Worked behind that corner store, counting down the days.
Porch light glowing when the
that same shy, crooked grin.
And the jukebox found our song like it's been waiting all along. Back at the jukebox, hear our favorite tune, spinning all the memories in this faded room. Under the soft glow, you pull me close once more, like we never said goodbye at that station door. Back at the jukebox, look at where we are, you and I together, like a wishing star. If the night just keeps on turning, I'll be in your arms. Back at the jukebox, safe in your arms.
Safe in your arms.
Back at the jukebox.
Outside the street is shining, puddles in the lane.
We share one umbrella, laughing in the rain.
Small town dance hall windows fog with breath and heat.
Every raindrop keeping time with our returning heartbeat.
Let the trains roll by, let the timetables change. Ooh, I've had all I need right here. I don't need those distant trains. Let the city lights stay far across the tracks. I have searched the whole wide world just to circle back. If tomorrow feels unsure, hold me closer than before. We'll let one more record play while the night just slips away.
Back at the jukebox, where our hearts belong, we've turned our old goodbyes into a brand new song. In the colored shadows, I see my future clear. Every beat is telling me to keep you near. Back at the jukebox, nothing in between, just the man I always loved and the girl you've always seen. If the world keeps on revolving, I'll be in your arms. Back at the jukebox, safe in your arms.
Safe in your arms.
Back at the jukebox. When the last slow record ends,
Walk me home past sleepy bends.
beneath your porch light, hand in hand, we'll let the jukebox
Be our band. Love by the Ferris wheel. It was a small town summer fair. Paper lanterns in the air. You were standing by the ticket line with a midway in your hair. Cotton candy on your lips, laughter in the carousel. You said, darling, take my hand, and my heart began to tell. All the music got so quiet when you whispered, is this real? Then the night began to sparkle as we climbed that turning wheel. Love by the Ferris wheel. High above the world we'd feel like the stars were close enough to touch and almost real. Every time you pull me near, all those summer lights appear. My heart keeps turning round on love by the Ferris wheel. Then the seasons had to change. You were gone a little while. All I had were folded letters full of your uneven lines. Every word in your handwriting felt like fingers laced with mine. I would read them by the window till the porch light softly shined. I would whisper to the pages, come back soon and stay for good. And the river by the houses sang the way I wish we could. Love by the Ferris
time you pull me near, all those summer lights appear. My heart keeps turning round on Love by the Ferris wheel. Now the days are sweet and quiet. We walk home at evening's end, riverside at dusky hour, with your jacket round my hands. There's a fair across the water, just a shimmer faint and far, but the way you lean in closer feels the same as that first spark. Let the seasons spin around us like the wheel against the sky. We'll keep rising, we'll keep falling, but we'll never say goodbye. When the world feels dark and distant, and the night is all we see, there's a light above our doorway, and your love in front of me. Love by the Ferris wheel is the way you make me feel. When we're walking home and dusk is paint and silver steel. Every letter, every year brings your beating heart more clear. We're still turning, always turning. Love by the Ferris wheel. Love by the Ferris wheel. Love by the Ferris wheel.
Summer in the air.
I still see us there.
I remember dusty footsteps on the midway, late July. Paper tickets in your fingers, cotton candy, fireworks sky. There was music by the grandstand, some cheap speaker on a pole. But the way you smiled beside me lit a light inside my soul. You said, come on, let's ride together, as the evening turned to night. In a rusty painted circle, we were rising toward the light. Ferris wheel forever turning in my heart, round and round with you, where it all could start. Every little laugh, every whispered word felt like the sweetest song I ever heard. Even as the summers drift apart, I've got Ferris wheel forever in my heart. Years went by like colored streamers, packed in boxes in the shed. But your jacket on my shoulders still comes back inside my head. Now it's just our old car radio, softly playing in the dark. Dashboard glow across your knuckles as you steer through our same park. You reach out and touch my fingers at the quiet four-way stop. And the way my heart goes trembling feels like we never stepped off. Ferris wheel forever.
There's a porch light on our doorway, like a lantern in the rain. Shoes kicked off beside the hallway, little pictures in a frame. But when nighttime wraps around us and you pull me close inside, I can see those Ferris wheel cars climbing back into the sky. All the years and all the weather haven't dimmed that summer glow. Every time you say you love me, I'm that girl from long ago. Let the seasons spin like the lights on the ride. Let the paint peel off and the colors slide. We will still be there, hand in hand above the town, looking out in wonder as the world goes round and round. Ferris wheel forever turning in my heart. Every ordinary night feels like a start. When you kiss my cheek in the kitchen light, I'm back in that carnival summer night. If the years keep rolling, we won't part. You're my Ferris wheel forever in my heart. From the car radio to our front yard, you're my Ferris wheel forever in my heart. Ooh, wherever we are. Ooh, Ferris wheel forever in my heart.
Loving the little thing. We were younger at the summer fair, cotton candy on your sleeve, Ferris wheel turning in the midnight air. You were laughing next to me. All the lights were hanging in the sky, like a necklace made of stars. I remember how your trembling hand found its way into my heart. I thought love was firework flashes, here and gone on painted wings. But you taught me how it lingers, soft as simple, quiet things. It's love in the little things, in the way you hold my arm when the cold wind sings, every cup of morning coffee, every gentle song you bring. I don't need a grand forever if I've got these evenings, 'cause my heart has found its home in love in the little things. Years went by like pages in the mail, all those letters with your name. Ink a little faded on the trail, but the feeling stayed the same. You would write about the ocean breeze, how you waited on the pier, and I kept your words inside my coat, like a hand that pulled me near. Now we walk that seaside promenade, waves are whispering their rings, and our footsteps rhyme together with the rhythm of these things. It's love in the little things, in the way you smooth my collar when the church bell rings, when you laugh at my old stories, though you know what line I'll sing. I don't need a grand forever or a crown or diamond rings, 'cause my heart has found its treasure. Love in the little things. In the kitchen with the window cracked, you're just humming some old tune. There's a kettle talking on the stove, smell of coffee fills the room. You look up and catch me watching you with that shy, familiar smile, and the whole wide world grows small enough to fit in here for a while. Maybe one day we'll be photographs, faded edges, gentle crease, but they'll see you leaning into me like a harbor finding peace. They'll say, look at how they held their hands through the storms and through the springs. They won't hear it, but it's shining there. All that love in quiet things. Yes, it's love in the little things, in the way you say my name and how your soft voice clings to the silence in the bedroom when the nighttime curtain swings. I don't need a grand forever written loud for kings and queens. Let our story be a whisper. Love in the little things. Love in the little things. Porch light in the rain, calling out my name.
I'm driving slow through these city streets, wipers keeping time with my heartbeat. Oh, love songs on the radio glow. Every line's a place we used to go.
I see the corner where we said goodbye. Shared umbrella, tears in your eyes. You whispered softly, please don't fade. Then I walked away into the gray. Now every raindrop on my window pane spells out your name again and again. Tonight I'm coming back, I'm not the same. I'm following the light that speaks your name. Porch light in the rain, shining like a promise through the pain.
Through the years apart, you were in my heart. Every night I'd see that fall.
Porch light in the rain. I'm standing here at the window glass. Streetlights swim in the minutes that pass. Steam from the kettle kisses my hand, but my mind is somewhere we once ran.
I see your jacket on that empty chair. Hear your laughter hanging in the air. I turn the porch light on at night, like I've done 1,000 times.
Every shadow walking down this lane makes my heart move faster in my chest again. If it's just the rain, I won't complain, but I'm dreaming you'll come back the same. Porch light in the rain,
Shining like a promise through the pain. Through the years apart, you were in my heart. Every night I'd see that flame, porch light in the rain. I remember that little cafe sign.
I watched the droplets tracing every line.
You drew a heart in the foggy pain.
Said come back to me on some rainy day.
I took a train and I lost my way.
I kept your picture, but I learned to pray.
Now heaven's crying down our names and leading us back the same.
Maybe we were young and scared,
Didn't know how much we'd share.
but the years can't wash away
Every word we couldn't say.
Tonight the road and my open door meet in the sound of the rain on the floor.
If you forgive, I'll never roam. Just let that light guide me home.
Porch light in the rain, burning like a beacon through the pain.
No more miles to cross, no more empty loss. Feel your arms around me again.
Porch light in the rain. We're standing where our story starts again. Let the storm outside wash the past behind,
while our hearts stay warm and safe.
falling
On your face, I breathe your name. With every trembling kiss, we remember this. Under the porch light in the When the world grows quiet at night, we're dancing in the kitchen light. The clock is almost midnight on the faded wall. The dishes are all dry and kids asleep down the hall. You pour a little coffee in my favorite cup, turn the radio down low and then you pull me up. You smile and say, come closer, there's still room to dream. Bare feet on the linoleum, just you and me. We're dancing in the kitchen light, shadows on the ceiling, everything's alright.
shop window shining, silver lines. You offered me your coat and your umbrella too. Said no one should be walking home alone like you. We climbed a hill where that old dance hall stands. Neon letters flicker just above the band. You took my hand and led me through the door to where the jukebox waited by the worn-out floor. You dropped a coin and chose a song, the sweetest slow one all night long. And as the needle found its way, the crowded room just slipped away. Jukebox hearts in the rain, spinning that song once again, holding you close while the world fades away. Two silhouettes in the doorway's frame. Every time I hear that refrain, I feel your fingers in mine again, under the thunder and soft window pane. We were jukebox hearts in the rain. Later that evening, streets were shining black. We shared a laugh about your borrowed jacket back. You walked me home along the empty square, the puddles catching all the colors in the air. We stopped beneath a lonely traffic light. The red and green were painting us in stripes. You brushed a raindrop gently from my face and turned the quiet street into a sacred place. You said if storms come, don't be afraid. Just think about the music that we played. And in the hush between the drops, I knew my turning world had stopped. Jukebox hearts in the rain, spinning that song once again, holding you close while the world fades away. Two silhouettes in the doorway's frame. Every time I hear that refrain, I feel your fingers in mine again, under the thunder and soft window pane. We were jukebox hearts in the rain. Now when the clouds roll in at closing time, the city hums that same familiar rhyme. I sit alone, but still I hear the band and see our shadows swaying hand in hand. Sometimes I drive and let the radio glow, dashboard shining on the road I used to know. An old song plays, and in that soft refrain, you're turning, smiling, asking me my name. Maybe you're somewhere watching raindrops fall, passing by another small town dance hall. Maybe a jukebox starts to softly play and pulls your drifting memory my way. If ever you wonder where my heart has been, just follow every quiet violin, through every street and every window pane, to where our song still echoes in the rain. Jukebox hearts in the rain, spinning that song once again, holding you close while the world fades away. Two silhouettes in the doorway's frame. If the night should whisper my name, know that my love hasn't changed. Wherever you wander, whatever the day, we're still jukebox hearts in the rain. When the last note softly fades away, driving slow through these city streets, wipers keeping time with my heartbeat.
Oh, love songs on the radio glow. Every line's a place we used to go. I see the corner where we said goodbye, shared umbrella, tears in your eyes.
You whispered softly, please don't fade. Then I walked away into the gray.
Every raindrop on my window pane spells out your name again and again. Tonight I'm coming back, I'm not the same. I'm following the light that speaks your name.
Porch light in the rain, shining like a promise through the pain. Through the years apart, you were in my heart. Every night I'd see that flame. Porch light in the rain, if you're still there, I'll try again. Let the thunder roll, let the tears all fall. Just leave that porch light in the rain. I'm standing here at the window glass. Streetlights swim in the minutes that pass. Steam from the kettle kisses my hand, but my mind is somewhere we once ran.
I see your jacket on that empty chair, hear your laughter hanging in the air. I turn the porch light on at night, like I've done 1,000 times. Every shadow walking down this lane makes my heart move faster in my chest again. If it's just the rain, I won't complain, but I'm dreaming you'll come back the same. Porch light in the rain, shining like a promise through the pain.
Through the years apart, you were in my heart. Every night I'd see that flame. Porch light in the rain, if you're still there, I'll try again. Let the thunder roll, let the tears all fall. Just leave that porch light in the rain.
I remember that little cafe sign.
I watch the droplets tracing every line.
You drew a heart in the foggy pain.
Said come back to me on some rainy day. I took a train and I lost my way. I kept your picture, but I learned to pray.
Now heaven's crying down our names and leading us back the same. Maybe we were young and scared, didn't know how much we'd share, but the years can't wash away every word we couldn't say. Tonight the road and my open door meet in the sound of the rain on the floor.
If you forgive, I'll never roam. Just let that light guide me home.
Porch light in the rain, burning like a beacon through the pain.
No more miles to cross, no more empty loss. Feel your arms around me again.
Porch light in the rain,
We're standing where our story starts again. Let the storm outside wash the past behind, while our hearts stay warm and safe. Falling on your face, I breathe your name with every trembling kiss. We remember this
under the porch light in the rain. Evening breeze through the screen door, dusty steps and one soft torch, footsteps on a road remembered, coming back to the old porch. I've been gone for many seasons, chasing roads and city skies, but your street kept calling softly, like a song I couldn't hide. Every mile I drove back homewards, every station, every town, I could see your faded house there when I finally turned around.
Now I'm standing by your railing with my suitcase by my side, hoping you still hear me knocking on the door I left behind.
Through the window there's a glimmer, kitchen clock and gentle flame. All the years fall into whisper when I softly say your name. Back on the old porch, under evening skies, you're still the same light shining in my eyes. Though the seasons changed us, though we walked apart, this little wooden doorway never left my heart. Back on the old porch, in the fading day, somehow every wrong turn led me back this way. If you take my hand now, I won't let it go. Back on the old porch where our first love started to grow.
I was washing cups in silence, radio humming soft and low, when I heard that careful knocking from a voice so long ago. All those letters in the shoebox, folded corners, ink turned brown, came alive in just a heartbeat as I slowly turned around.
You were standing where the roses used to climb along the rail, with that same unsure half smile there, like a promise in the mail.
Every page I kept from you, love, every word and crooked line seemed to rise into the lamplight when you touched your hand to mine.
Back on the old porch, under evening skies, you're still the same light shining in my eyes. Though the seasons changed us, though we walked apart, this little wooden doorway never left my heart. Back on the old porch, in the fading day, somehow every wrong turn led you back this way. If I take your hand now, I won't let it go. Back on the old porch where our first love started to grow. Now the crickets keep the rhythm, and the night air smells like rain. We are older, but the feeling finds its way to us again. On a
Swing we used to share here, side by side and slow and near. All the questions we've been carrying start to quietly disappear.
You lean close and speak so gently,
I was scared you might move on,
but the porch light on your shoulder says this love was never gone. All the buses, all the phone calls that we never quite could make, all the roads that turned us elsewhere, all the time we had to take in the drawer there's one old picture, two young faces, summer air. Now the shadows match that moment in the way we're seated there.
If tomorrow brings us troubles, if the world feels sharp and wide, we'll remember how it started, just your hand in mine outside.
Back on the old porch in the silver night, every star above us seems a little bright. All the lonely highways, all the stops and starts led us to this wooden step and back into our hearts. Back on the old porch where the soft wind blows, you can hear forever in the way it flows. If we hold each other, we'll be home for sure. Back on the old porch where our first I love you was pure. Oh.
Back on the old porch where the shadows fall. We don't need the city, we don't need it all. Just a quiet doorway and your fingers laced with mine. Back on the old porch till the end of time.
Evening breeze through the screen door, old clock softly keeping score.
Every road I had to wander
Led me back to you once more. When the daylight slowly leaves us and the world feels far away, we'll be back on the old porch, love, at the closing of each day.
Candy shadows and your trembling hand, there by the river on a warm July night. Music from the speakers, colored bulbs of light. You bought me tickets with your pockets nearly bare, saying all I really need is just to see you there. We skipped the carousel and all the noisy games. We walked along the railing, whispering our names, till we found a corner where the world stood still, just you and me, under the Ferris wheel. Every light above us painted gold on your face. I felt my young heart finally find its place, and when the wheel turned, carrying us on high, we drew a promise in the sky. Under the Ferris wheel, that's where I fell. In the hush between the laughter and the carousel, you took my hand so gently, everything turned real. The night began for us under the Ferris wheel. Under the Ferris wheel, stars in your eyes, river holding secrets, summer holding skies. Darling, I still feel the way I used to feel when you first kissed me under the Ferris wheel. Later in August, when the fair had rolled away, you faded ticket stub and a tiny photo strip from that bright little booth of love. You wrote, when the wagons bring the midway back again, I'll meet you by the river where our story first began. I pinned your words above my narrow windowsill and dreamt of you under the Ferris wheel. Seasons drifted by like boats on the tide, but I kept that memory safely by my side. Every year the lights returned in time, and you came back and made me yours and mine. Under the Ferris wheel, that's where I fell, in the hush between the laughter and the carousel. You took my hand so gently, everything turned real. The night began for us under the Ferris wheel. Under the Ferris wheel, stars in your eyes, river holding secrets, summer holding skies. Darling, I still feel the way I used to feel when you first kissed me under the Ferris wheel. Now we're a little older and the fair is back in town. Our children chase the prizes as the sun goes down. You slip your arm around me like you always do, and say this crazy spinning world still stops for me and you. We watch the cabins rising in a slow and gentle arc, while the river hums a lullaby just after dark. You turn and smile softly, and my heart stands still, like that first night under the Ferris wheel. Maybe all the colors fade with years that pass, posters peel and petals fall in fields of grass, but love can stay as simple as a summer song if we meet back in the place where we belong. So when the midway closes and the crowds go home, and the evening leaves us standing almost all alone, just hold me close and let the whole world heal right here with you under the Ferris wheel. Under the Ferris wheel, your hand in mine, every little heartbeat falling back in time. The same old song is playing, but it feels so real, 'cause I'm still falling under the Ferris wheel. Under the Ferris wheel, soft and slow, river whispering stories only we can know. Darling, after all these years, it's you I feel every summer night under the Ferris wheel. Soft little echoes as the lights grow dim, shadows on the water where our dreams first swam. Wherever life may take us, I'll be dreaming still of the first I love you under the Ferris wheel. Projector humming in the distance, evening breeze along the street, neon letters on the corner where our waiting eyes would meet. I stood in line by the movie house wall, clutching my change, feeling much too small. Couples laughing as the night came on, almost turned around and would have gone. Then you came running with your collar turned high, breathe a little short kindness in your eyes. You held a paper in your trembling hand, said, I've got 2 seats if you'll let me be your man. We passed the velvet ropes and the candy stand. I felt the brush of your careful hand, The lights grew dim and the screen grew wide, but I only knew you were by my side. 2 tickets, 1 heart, sitting side by side, lost in the dark while the story rolls by. The picture may end and the lights rise bright, but 2 tickets, 1 heart will last past the night. 2 tickets, 1 heart, like a simple start. Your whisper so soft it could break the dark. The world on the screen had to fall apart, but I kept my faith in 2 tickets, 1 heart. The heroes kissed and the music swelled. I felt a secret I had never felt. Your sleeve brushed mine in the 3rd row aisle. You turned and gave me that crooked smile. The credits rolled and the crowd spilled out. Feet on the pavement, laughter, shouts. We stayed a moment by the closing door, neither one ready to walk that floor. You said there's a bus in a little while, we could take the long way, talk a mile. So we strolled beneath each sleepy light, letting the silence fit just right. 2 tickets, 1 heart, walking side by side. Your shoulder, my shelter as the cars drift by. The picture may fade in the cooling night, but 2 tickets, 1 heart still feels so right. 2 tickets, 1 heart, like a quiet vow. No need to hurry, we were learning how. I carried that stuff like a tender chart, guiding me home to 2 tickets, 1 heart. Now there's a record on our old machine, playing the song from that silver screen. We share a sofa in a modest room, soft little lamp in the evening gloom. We talk of futures in a gentle way, bills to pay and the games we'll play. You say someday when the nights grow cold, we'll still have that story we first told. Maybe one day when our hair turns gray, they'll close this theater and tear it away. But we'll have pictures in a weathered box of neon letters and worn out blocks. We'll tell the children how it all began, with a shaky voice and a humble plan. No shining castle or a golden card, just 2 small slips and 2 trusting hearts. 2 tickets, 1 heart in a worn out coat, waiting together for a late night show. The reel may break and the scenes depart, but love keeps turning on 2 tickets, 1 heart. 2 tickets, 1 heart, when the years roll by, when the bright marquee leaves an empty sky. We'll sit at home as the night grows dark, still holding tight to 2 tickets, 1 heart. 2 tickets, 1 heart. Under the fairy fields in love, the little lights begin to glow. We walk along the slowly shining pier. The summer fair comes back around each year. The salt and sugar dancing in the air, the distant music of a halfway broken chair. Your jacket brushes softly against my hand. We leave 2 footprints in the moonlit sand, and every time the midway lights reveal, I see us standing under the Ferris wheel. Years have turned like tickets in my palm, but in your smile I still can feel that calm. And when the carousel begins to spin, it's like that very first night all over again. Under the Ferris wheel, hearts were learning how to feel. You were just a boy with pockets full of dreams. I was just a girl in a summer dress and jeans. Under the Ferris wheel, all the world turns soft and real. And every time the midway lights reveal, we're still in love under the Ferris wheel. I hear the barkers calling down the lane, the cotton candy melting in the rain. You held my coat and tried to hide your shake, while reaching for my fingers like your life was at stake. We rode up high until the town grew small. The sea became a silver-painted wall. You whispered, darling, promise you will stay. And all my careful answers slowly blew away. We found a little house not far from shore, with creaking stairs and a crooked kitchen door. The same soft light that spills across the floor feels like that fairground shining once more. Under the Ferris wheel, hearts were learning how to feel. You were just a boy with pockets full of dreams. I was just a girl in a summer dress and jeans. Under the Ferris wheel, all the world turned soft and real. And every time the midway lights reveal, we're still in love under the Ferris wheel. Now every night when all the world is still, and city noise lies sleeping on the hill, I watch you washing dishes by the sink. The kitchen light turns every tired plate to pink. You hum a tune that only we both know. I dry my hands and sway there slow to slow. And in your tired face from another busy day, I see that boy who took my breath away. Some folks say that summer love can't last, just a fleeting shadow from the past. But I have seen the years go rolling by, and still I catch the midway in your eyes. So when the fair comes drifting back to town, we'll walk the pier when all the sun goes down. And though our hair is touched with silver steel, we'll climb again under the Ferris wheel. Under the Ferris wheel, time keeps turning like a reel. But every frame is filled with you and me, from seaside nights to quiet kitchen tea. Under the Ferris wheel, every promise feels so real. And if I live 100 years, I'll feel we first fell in love under the Ferris wheel. Under the Ferris wheel, where the lights turn round and heal. I'll hold your hand and know it's all still real. Forever love under the Ferris wheel. The ocean breeze is humming low, the little lights are dimming slow, but in my heart the music always steals back to us under the Ferris wheel.
Silver lines along the glass like all the years we thought had long since passed. I saw you by the cafe window light. Your coat was hanging just the way that night. We stood and shook beside that leaving train. You tried to smile while hiding tears in vain. Your suitcase wheels were rattling on the floor. You turned once more before you reached the door. And when you waved, I felt my heartbeat bend. I never thought I'd see your face again. But here you are, the same and somehow new. The rain outside keeps whispering it's you. My trembling hands wrap round this porcelain cup, and every old goodbye comes rising up. Back in your arms again, like the years just slipped and then we're standing at that platform in the rain, saying all the words we couldn't say back then. Back in your arms again, like a song that finds its end. I've been walking the streets of lonely now and then, just to be back in your arms again. We talk about the letters left unread, the midnight lines we never really said, your careful script on every folded page, the way your name grew softer with the age. You show me creases where you'd hold them tight, on lonely trains and after restless nights. I kept your photograph inside my sleeve, afraid to love, afraid I'd still believe. You softly laugh and brush a tear away. You say I never really learned to stay. With every sip the distance disappears, our coffee cool and heart still warm with you. Back in your arms again, like the years just slipped and then we're standing at that platform in the rain, saying all the words we couldn't say back then. Back in your arms again, like a song that finds its end. I've been walking the streets of lonely now and then, just to be back in your arms again. We leave the cafe for the evening air. The town is humming with the same old flair. A jukebox glowing in a corner bar plays faded tunes of who we thought we are. You take my hand and pull me through the door. The wooden floor remembers us once more. We sway in circles while the lights grow dim. Your cheek against my cheek, our shadows thin. We lost our way on different avenues, chasing dreams that never quite came true. But every track and road that I have known was somehow leading back to you alone. So let the night fall softly where we stand, with one more promise resting in your hand. No more trains to catch or lines to fend, just you and I beginning where we end. Back in your arms again, where the world grows small and then it's only you and me and this refrain, turning every goodbye into sweet amen. Back in your arms again, I can finally breathe and mend. If tomorrow tries to pull us apart again, I'll still be back in your arms again. Back in your arms again. Let the record play and spin Under jukebox light and soft September rain, I wanna live back in your arms again. The rain draws silver lines along the glass, but in your arms as the storm is finally past.
Explode around me. Yeah, metal punk, EDM, house, techno, trance, drum and bass, pop, step, trap, hip hop, reggaeton, K-pop, hyper pop, experimental noise, harsh distortion, 808 bass, heavy auto-tune, vocoder rap vocals, vocoder rap vocals, spoken religious preaching, or vulgar language, violence, horror, dark or satanic comedy or parody vibes, irritanics and plates, mutters and window braids.
Neon humming in the window, dusty floor in pale blue light, needle drops and in a heartbeat, we are younger in the night. You take my hand so easy, like the years just slipped away. We're back inside this old dance hall on a Friday night in May. That jukebox in the corner still knows our favorite tune, and the shadows on the wooden walls look like kids in love too soon. I remember every quiet word that we whispered soft and shy, all the dreams we folded into every slow dance, you and I. Jukebox hearts tonight, beating in the glow of silver light. Hold me like you did that very first time, when forever felt so bright. Jukebox hearts tonight, spinning all the years we left behind. Every little song still fits us just right. You and I are jukebox hearts tonight. Outside there's a summer fairground, Ferris wheel against the sky. Once we rode it till they closed it. You were never scared of heights. Later when the miles grew longer
with your perfume like a promise folded tight. Now those letters sleep in boxes, but the words still feel brand new. Every line I ever underlined was a road back here to you. Jukebox hearts tonight, beating in the glow of silver light. Hold me like you did that very first time, when forever felt so bright. Jukebox hearts tonight, spinning all the years we left behind. Every little song still fits us just right. You and I are jukebox hearts tonight. The trumpet sighs between us, like it knows our secret name. Every note a little photograph of the way we came to stay. Time has drawn its gentle lines on the corners of our smiles, but the sway of you against my chest still can carry me for miles. Maybe love is not the thunder, just a light that never fades, shining through the dusty windows of the choices that we made. If the music ever falters, if the lights all flicker low, we will hum our favorite melody till the jukebox starts to glow. Jukebox hearts tonight, turning every wrinkle into light. Dance with me again, my darling, so near. We're still golden in your eyes. Jukebox hearts tonight, spinning through the dark to morning bright. If there's only one last song in our lives, let it be our jukebox hearts tonight. Neon fading in the window, owner sweeping for the night, but the song goes on inside our hands, too soft, steady jukebox hearts tonight. Soft on the dial, the radio's low, headlights drifting where the night winds blow. Out by the window with the curtains drawn, I'm watching for shadows till the break of dawn.
I drive this old road by the silver sea, dashboard glowing like a memory. Every little turn takes me back in
moonlight promenade in the salty air.
You whispered, if you ever need me, I'll be there.
And you pointed home through the summer night. Said I'll leave it on, just follow the light.
Now the years have passed like waves in the dark,
but I still feel you beating in my heart.
if I can find that glow tonight, maybe I can make it right.
Back to your porch light, shining for me like a small town star by the restless sea. Through all the miles and the long, long nights, I found my way home to your porch light. Back to your porch light, soft and warm, calling me in from the coming storm. If you're still waiting on the other side, I'll stand in that glow and never say goodbye. I kept every postcard that you ever sent, faded blue ink and a salt kiss scent. Photographs tucked where the moonlight falls, your shadow dancing on these old, old walls.
I made us coffee in that chipped white cup,
Told myself gently I should give you up.
but every evening as the day turns thin, I turn that porch light on and let you in.
All the nights I heard some car on the hill.
My foolish heart would learn to stand still,
Yet some quiet voice said you just might come walking back to that light. Back to your porch light, shining for me like a small town star by the restless sea. Through all the miles and the long, long nights, I found my way home to your porch light. Back to your porch light, soft and warm, calling me in from the coming storm. If you're still waiting on the other side, I'll stand in that glow and never say goodbye.
I see a doorway in the soft wind sigh.
Here are young hearts in the waves rolling by.
I see your footsteps on the old front walk.
Every creak of the boards is the sound of you knocking.
If you'll take my hand, we can start again.
Like those seaside nights when we were only friends.
I'll forgive the years that took you away, if you promise me now that you're here to stay. Under this porch light we can be brand new, but still the same hearts that forever knew.
Back to your porch light, shining for me like a faithful star by the endless sea. No more miles and no more goodbyes, just you in my arms in the warm lamplight. Back to your porch light, soft